All right, folks, thank you for being here today. Dr. Fawaz Al-Badani, and welcome to episode 2 of My Hero's Journey. And I am so extremely excited about today's interview with John Torres. John, welcome to the office.
Thank you.
So glad to be here. Now, we normally start this show by asking you a simple question, and that question is, who is your hero?
Well, my hero, if you asked me a week ago or 2 weeks ago, it would be probably, it's like a tie. I mean, Jesus is obviously a good one because he's such a good person. And current people who are alive, Drew Brees, he's a quarterback for the Saints. He does a lot of charity work. He's a good Christian. He's a good family man. So he's always been kind of like my hero. But I'm trying to change my mindset to where I'm going to be my own hero because it's going to take a ton of willpower to fix my health, and I know you're going to do a lot and help me. You're doing most of the work, but I have to exercise a ton of willpower.
Exactly.
And so, I'm just trying to keep my mind on the reasons why I'm doing this every time I want to go sneak in the fridge and eat something I'm not supposed to.
Well, I'm gonna reverse that back at you because actually what I'm going to be doing is 1% of the work. We're going to be doing the 99% of the work because what we believe here is the body heals itself. You have that innate wisdom that God created you with and that you can heal from the inside out. I'm going to be just guiding you in that process so you can heal from the inside out to give you back your health and life. But now let's go into what brought you into the office.
Okay. Well, it's funny. I felt like a calling almost because we were at the mall. My daughter and I were at the mall, and I kept passing this display of a human body with all the nerves like mapped out and what they do. I think we walked by it about 4 or 5 times.
Interesting.
And I felt a tug like I should go see what that is because on that day, I was in really poor health. I still am, but so my feet were hurting, my legs were hurting, my body was hurting, my stomach was upset. I had a migraine. I just was feeling miserable. And I was like, what is this offering? So I just felt drawn to it. So I walked over and asked, and it just seemed like a great start at trying to find somebody who could help me because I've, over 12, 14 years, I've probably seen dozens of doctors, including several holistic healers, Chinese medicine, everything, traditional doctors, GI doctors, rheumatologists. I've been scoped every which way and tested and prodded and poked, and they couldn't find out what was wrong.
Interesting.
And I used to watch the show House MD, and I used to tell my wife, why can't I find a House MD who can just look at me and find out what's wrong with me?
I know what's wrong.
And then you're my Dr. House,
well,
except you're more cheery.
Thank you. Now, it's interesting when you came in, and one of the things we do is we need a reason for you to actually get through this process. And sometimes it could get hard, it could get difficult, just like, you've been everywhere and you couldn't find an answer. Nobody was able to tell you what's going on. If they were able to help you, you mentioned to me that you even went to 2 holistic doctors or alternative medicine doctors who told you they cannot do anything for you.
And I was too messed up.
You were too messed up. And that's really, really insane. How could you decide on somebody without doing the proper testing, the proper evaluation to actually decide on that?
Right.
And you've had a tremendous amount of stress throughout your life, and that's why your body is reacting to all of that. Now, we just started this process maybe a couple weeks, not even 3 weeks, right?
Right, not even 3 weeks.
And what have you noticed in this past 3 weeks?
Well, I've lost 12 pounds and counting, which is good.
Awesome.
I trained it up to my heaviest weight ever in my life, right before I came to see you. Just feeling groggy and migraines every day and body aching. But since I've started this process, I have more energy. I don't feel as overall sick. I told you before, I actually felt the inflammation in my body. My gums burned, my psoriasis burned. I could just tell that I was just full of inflammation. And so that's dying down. I'm not achy all the time like I had the flu like I was before. And definitely my GI problems, like my acid reflux and upset stomach, it's almost gone. It's just not bothering me.
Amazing. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah, going through sugar withdrawal, because I was probably the world's biggest sugaraholic when I came to see you. that wasn't a fun process. But now that I've gotten over the cravings,
Yeah.
I actually feel energetic. Like
Yeah.
before I was taking a pill. I had to take pills to fall asleep, and I had to take pills to give me energy in the morning, or else I drug along all day. So I don't even feel like I need that energy pill anymore. It's just
Not, and that's
unnecessary.
that's one thing. I mean, I say that I don't like taking medicine or medications because thanks God we have them. There's a time and place for them, but we don't have to be depending on that for the rest of our lives. And for you to be able to get away from that just in the beginning of this process, I can only imagine what happens 2-3 months from now, where you get your life and health back. Because
Yeah.
the reasons you told me about, like, can you share some of the reasons
Yeah.
why you wanted to start this process in the first place and you were committed to it 100%?
Sure. I mean, part of it is, I have a daughter. She's 9 months old. I mean, 9 years old. Not my 9 months old. She's 9 years old. And a lot of times she says, Daddy, I want to go to the park. Can we go to the mall? Can we go do this, go do that? And a lot of times I'm just curled up in a ball and I say, I don't feel good. Daddy doesn't feel like it. I pass out asleep at different parts of the day. Sometimes I wake up in a panic. Where is she? Is she okay? Did she fall down and hurt herself? Just because I was so exhausted. So part of it is just I want to be a better dad and a more active and present dad. I don't want her to have to accept that I can't do things with my dad that other kids do with their dads because my dad's too broken.
Yeah.
So that's a big part. With my wife, I mean, my back is so messed up that I can only sleep on the couch on like this little nest. We jokingly kind of call it my nest. It's the only place where I can sleep more than 4 hours without waking up in agony.
Yeah.
So that means, I mean, the couch isn't wide enough for my wife, so she sleeps in the bed and I sleep on the couch. Like, our relationship is great, but it feels like we're trial separated or something because we can't even sleep in the same bed. So
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to get back to sleeping in the same bed with my wife, not
That's amazing.
sleeping in the living room like a weirdo. I mean, it just feels weird. Get rid of your bed.
Isabella said to get her mom out of her bed. But you know what's really, really amazing? That John has an amazing daughter, and she's a little bit shy, so she's not on the video right now, but she will in the next video. But she's been very supportive with her dad. She's going through the process, changing her diet and all that stuff with you, and she has lost what, 8 pounds?
8 pounds.
8 pounds in 3 weeks, and she's a kid. She's just starting her life. For her to be able to do that and just support her dad, I think that's phenomenal.
And that's my third reason is that I want to be a role model for her. I mean, well, I want to be here to walk her down the aisle, to be at her graduation, but I want to be a role model for her for being healthy because I'm out of weight. I have bad eating habits. I have bad health habits, and it's starting to happen to her. I don't want her to get diabetes. I don't want her to be unhappy or not be able to be active. And so I kind of want to like lead my family in doing the right thing health-wise and then showing the results, how positive it is. And then and the fact that she's coming along with the journey and she's supporting me and she's also without much complaining.
That's huge.
Following the diet because I said I was probably almost the world's biggest sugaraholic because she's the world's first sugaraholic. So for her to just drop sugar cold turkey has been amazing. It's inspirational. It inspires me and it makes me...
It is inspirational to me too.
Yeah.
When I heard today that she did that and she dropped this much weight since I saw you last time 3 weeks ago, it's amazing. It's amazing. Folks, we're actually going to invite John to this show one more time after we go through a few months of this process. But let me tell you, if John can do it, he's been in a worse place than you are, you can do it. All right, stay tuned, and thank you for being here today.
All right, thank you.
Glad for you to be here.
Thanks.